If we all can just for a few seconds bow our heads and for a moment of silence for the men and women as we stand on these hallowed ground who sacrificed their lives for our country. Thank you. A young woman walked alone through a bike path she used time after time throughout her life. As she walked along this vacant and lonely bike path, her only companion was her cell phone and the dense concentration of trees that outlined her path. Little did she know a sexual predator was stalking her like a wolf stalking its prey. When the timing was right, this predator pounced on the young woman. As the heavens opened and the rain fell, this menace to society viciously and savagely sexually assaulted the young woman. Her screams and her pleas for mercy were ignored as his hot, sweaty breath washed over her face. Her screams and pleas for help filled the air, but there was no one around to answer the call. This deviant coward sexually assaulted her every way imaginable. And when he was finished and had ejaculated on her fear-stricken body, he fled the area, taking with him not only the woman's sense of security, but also her cell phone to prevent her from calling 911. He left her lying in the mud, petrified and terrified. He left her battered and bruised and violated. A file landed on my desk. I opened the file and I saw more than just a name. I saw a human being, a person who had been victimized. I located the woman's telephone number. Late one evening, I dialed. She answered, and I told her 4 things. First, I told her my name. Second, I told her you are now a survivor, no longer a victim. Third, I told her that you cried out for help, and I am answering the call. And fourth, I told her justice will prevail. Fast forward in time, the predator is now locked away, and the young woman is now free. Committed to justice, committed to Lake County, committed to change. Good morning, or good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am humbled by your presence, and I thank you for being here today. My name is Reginald Mathews, and I am once again answering the call of justice. Today, at this sacred location that honors the falling but never forgotten, and the surviving men and women of our armed forces, I am announcing my candidacy for Lake County State's Attorney in the 2012 elections. Yeah. For over 13 years, I have been committed to serving and protecting the people of Lake County. And during those 13 years, in the middle, I went off to law school for 3 years with the desire to come back and be a prosecutor. So for 16 years, I had the commitment in my heart. But for 13 years, I've served the people of Lake County. It is the primary job for the state's attorney to seek justice, prosecute criminal cases, and to enforce the laws. I am running for state's attorney because Lake County needs a dedicated and experienced prosecutor who is driven by passion and guided by justice. I'm here to answer the call. I am the vision of justice Lake County deserves. I am the voice for justice Lake County needs. I stand for commitment, change, creation, and communication. Commitment. For the last 13 years, I have served you, protected you. In 13 years, I have never abandoned my post. I have never taken my duties or responsibilities for granted. I have never left you to pursue some private interest. I have stayed right here with you through good times and the bad. My career began as a probation officer, assigned to the intensive probation unit in the adult probation department. My duties were to supervise some of society's most serious cases and some of the most dangerous individuals who were granted the opportunity at community-based supervision. I would perform 24-hour curfew checks, entering in some of society's most dangerous areas at 2 or 3 in the morning to assure the people were at home. So much so that the people that were on probation soon called me the man who doesn't sleep. I conducted home visits and visits to probationers' places of employment. I monitored their treatment programs and worked closely with treatment agencies in the area. I performed these duties for 3 years prior to entering law school. I had a desire to do more for my community. I had a desire, a dream, to become a prosecutor. That dream was realized in 2001 when I was granted an opportunity to become an assistant state's attorney. Over the course of the next 10 years, I prosecuted cases with an eye for justice. I rose through 8 divisions in the office: traffic, misdemeanor, domestic violence, felony review, juvenile, felony DUI, drugs, and the felony trial division. I have prosecuted and tried every type of crime, including, but not limited to, murders, rapes, home invasions, and armed robberies. When I prepare for trial or a routine court proceeding, I am often the first person to arrive in the office and the last one to leave. I make sure the case is thoroughly investigated. Excuses are unacceptable. So I stay and I work until I get the job done. And that's the bottom line. Committed for over 13 years and counting, and I'm still here. I am an experienced and dedicated prosecutor, and I have the track record to prove it. For over 13 years and counting, I've been the voice for justice. I have never left you, and as long as I have health, strength, and the opportunity, I will never leave you. Change. During my professional career serving you as a former probation officer and now as an assistant state's attorney, I have witnessed many changes in Lake County criminal justice system. I've seen the court's docket skyrocket, forensic technology improve, and many faces come and go through the criminal courtrooms. And unfortunately, as of late, I've seen controversy and a loss of faith in the system and the office of the state's attorney. Next year, a new state's attorney will be taking office, and I am the best choice for the job.